treason against the throne, while prophets who are American first are dangerous. The American political spectacle has brutally exposed the misorientation of the prophet's loyalty. This is a spiritual crisis, not a political one. America's first should never ever be the chant of a prophet of God. That ordering is lethal because our identity is not national, it is eternal. Our loyalty isn't pledged at an institution, it is sealed in the blood at Calvary. When a prophet waves the flag of America higher than a cross, they have already forfeited their authority. The moment we filter divine revelation through party allegiance, you stop speaking as the oracles of God and start campaigning as politicians in disguise. Galatians 1:10 says, "For if I still please men, I would not be a bondservant of Christ." The prophetic call is not to be patriotic, it's to be prophetic. Nations rise and fall, but the kingdom has no end. The moment you trade eternal allegiance for temporary association, you commit treason against the heavens. You are not America's mouthpiece. You are God's mouthpiece. When a prophet forgets that, they stop being a prophet and become a pawn. Jezebel doesn't just sit in the back row. A true prophet will always be a problem for any system that profits from silence. Prophets are not just called to motivate. We are called to expose the corruption of power. Nothing threatens a corrupt system like a prophet it can't control. This is why the spirit of Jezebel does not first come to kill prophets. That principality comes to hire you, domesticate your voice, and employ you to make you useful with this program, and then finally to mute you. Hear me now. The spirit of Jezebel is not a personality. It's a principality. It doesn't thrive in the back row. It thrives in the pulpit, in the boardroom. It ordains control, and it doesn't mind you prophesying as long as the prophecy is scripted to support the system of corruption and the power brokers. It institutionalizes suppression. It theologizes your silence, and they demand you perform whether heaven authorizes it or not. It wants you to prophesy, just don't confront the systems that empower it. 2 Corinthians 11:4 says, "For if he who comes preaches another Jesus whom we have not preached, or if you receive a different spirit or a different gospel, you may well put up with it." Too many prophets have bowed, trading heavenly clarity for earthly clout. They used to weep when they prayed, now they work for the platform. The wilderness forged true prophets, but God never leaves himself without a witness. He is raising up a rare, fearless breed of prophets forged in the wilderness. Some raised in the system, like Samuel, kept from the system. These are the ones who have not learned to trade clarity for comfort. They understand that you can't reform what you are afraid to confront. The Jezebel spirit fears the prophet who doesn't need her stages, her stipends, or her title. It fears your singular allegiance to the throne. Acts 5:22. But Peter and the other apostles answered and said, "We ought to obey God rather than men." A final decree. The kingdom does not wear red and blue. It wears blood. The Lamb, not the eagle, is our banner. They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of the testimony. Revelation 12:1. So rise up, remnant prophets. Refuse the bribe of nationalism. Reject the script of empire. You are wired for prophetic disruption, even if it costs you everything. Woe to you when all men speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. Luke 6:26. Asher.